We're live. We're live. Sean, what's up? Mod gang. The cup. There's lavender, chamomile, lavender mint tea. It's a calming. It's a chill vibes tea. Do you have your cup? Any tea today for you? Nice and hot. I'm not even gonna, I gotta wait for that. Green tea elderberry plus chamomile. I've been hearing a lot about elderberry. I think I've had elderberry, but I've gotta find a box of elderberry. So I've heard great things. Chamomile's good. Transetta, hello. Definitely sounds like a relaxing sleeper tea. Yeah, it's pretty calming. Honestly, I do drink it whenever. I drink it in the rising, midday. I just enjoy chill vibes, so it doesn't matter for me. But many times when I wake up, I'll have like matcha green tea, really like that, and jasmine tea. Those are usually my go-tos in the rising. Any tea for you, Trenzetta? Corey, what's up? Here now live. Yes, indeed. You made it. You made it. Welcome to Here Now live streams. Anyone have tea today? Anyone drinking tea now? We got just Sean with the green tea elderberry with some chamomile. Chill vibrations. Wind down, wind down. No tea for me. Green and black tea occasionally. Got it. Nice, nice. It's a little hot. My little kitty made a cameo today. She's usually in a box that's covered because she likes boxes. And this time, I think she might be sick of that box. You know, she got over it. Now she's back to the bed. So she's there. She's hanging. She's chilling. She's vibing. You know what I notice is that usually she's walking all over my desk. She's talking up a storm. But whenever Here Now live stream is on, she is sound asleep. So that's how I know it's chill vibes. That's how I know it's chill vibrations. Corey Black, no tea for you. All right. Okay. Doing a little tea time, How was everyone's day today? So it's so fitting having this cup and my cat being right here. It's great. It's great. Thumbnail. Okay. Do you ever feel like your cat is too quiet sometimes? Not really. She meows a lot. Quite often. She doesn't like meow a lot. She meows at a normal rate. So I don't think she's too quiet. Sometimes though I might like question like, wow, you sleep a lot. But you know, cats like their beauty rest. So sometimes I'm like, are you okay? Been sleeping all day. But it's alright. She mirrors the chill vibes. This is why I like cats, chill vibes. They're independent. And it's such a reward when she wants to come cuddle with me. She cuddles with me quite often. But, it's great. It's different, You can't just make them come to you. They come to you when they're ready. I like that. Just Sean, your day was easy going. Okay? Likewise, I must say. Had a lot of great downloads today, beautiful conversations. I spent the majority of the day grounding, feet on the grass, walking around, connected, meditation, lots of planning for just so much ahead. So incredibly grateful. Today was yet another beautiful day, indeed. Like, how would you know if your cat licked your food or something and your back is turned and they're kind of quiet? My cat doesn't do that because most of the time I do have my plate of food in front of me and then she might be on the table. She might get a little close, but she won't lick it. Cats aren't like dogs. Cats are quite, I would say, ambivalent, or is that the word? They're curious. So they're not just going to dive into something. They kind of sniff it out first. If it's not familiar, they're not going to go in that zone. They're just pretty cautious. Yeah. They're such stealth creatures. I really love how they there's this the way they walk. It's the best way that I could describe it. I don't know how, the prowl, like the way their body moves. Big cats, little cats, it's very stealthy. What's the word I'm looking for? It's sensual. They have very sensual movements. And they're very calculated. Cats always land on their four paws. You can let a cat go, they're going to land on their four paws. All right? It's instinctual. Ronan, namaste, Ronan. Good to see you back again. Another regular on the Here and Now live stream. What? Shout out to the regulars. You have a one-eyed cat? Oh, Ronan. Oh, I love that. I just love cats. All the love to your kitty. The prowl. Yes, it's in sequence. Yeah, man. You can learn a lot from cats. I mean, any animals, but I am the queen of cats. My cat's name is actually Queen. So, Queenie Bean. She has so many other nicknames. I call her Chunky because she's a little chunky. I call her Boo Boo. She's my little Boo Boo bear. She has so many names. They just come up. El Chico in the house. What? Here now, live stream. Tea gang. Cheers to the tea gang. What's in your cup, El Chico? Animals seem to be chill 24/7. Except when they have to maybe domestic animals, right? As long as their territories aren't being threatened or anything. You see, sometimes I think about getting a second cat. The thing about cats is they have to integrate with each other in the space. It takes time. You can't really just depending on the cat's personality, you can't just put two cats in the same room like, oh, new kitty, they're gonna be siblings now. It's not a thing with cats. You have to be strategic about how you put them together. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna keep one cat. Be good. Just for now. The cat life chose me. It did, actually. Because I remember growing up, I would always be over my cousin's house. They had a cat and a dog. Don't get me wrong. I love dogs. Dogs are beautiful, beautiful creatures. But I always loved the cat. I was just like, oh, so sweet, so chill, so vibey. One of my favorite days are when it's raining outside. Kind of open my window a little bit. I have a book, and then Queen's just purring by me. Oh my gosh, that's a moment. That is a moment. All right. Green tea, El Chico. Cheers. Cheers to the tea gang. Cheers to the animal lovers. Much love, much love. I love a cat and a dog in the same home. That's so cute, isn't it? When the cats and dogs are like BFFs. For sure. Does something in cats relate to me? Yo. Cats are definitely my spirit animals. Chill vibrations. They're independent. Chill vibes. What else? I just love them. Very just calculated, and sometimes I wouldn't say I'm always calculated, but I really just like the vibe. I like how also with cats, you kind of have to do a little work to get them to be comfortable with you. And then when they are comfortable, it's the biggest reward. It's oh, you really love me, They don't just open up. And that's also very similar. My personality is similar to that. I don't really just open up to others. It takes me a little bit because, I observe a little bit. I observe the room a bit before I just open up. And, yeah. Good question, Corey. I love cats, so just about so much. Does anyone here have any pets besides Ronan? Ronan has a one-eyed cat. Vibes. You know what vision pops into my mind quite often when it comes to animals? And I can see myself having this animal in the future are like parakeets, like little birds, and they can fly and like fly on your shoulder. I definitely, maybe not right now. I don't exactly know the maintenance of a parakeet, but you know, when the time comes, it comes. I think about that. Deshaun, you have a cat named Shadow. Oh my goodness. That's so cute. That's so cute. Yo, cat gang. Cat gang in the house. We love you too, dog people. We love you too. See, you know, that's a funny thing. Cat people love dogs. You know, I'm talking stereotypically, all right? This is in general. Cat people, we're vibing. We love dogs too. But then dog people, they just cannot stand cats. And I'm just like, jeez, you know? You know, dogs will give you love immediately. But you gotta be able to stand on your own, you know? When you see a cat and they kind of turn away, you can't take it personal. You just gotta know they are their own being. They'll come to you when they feel ready, you know? Oh, you've been thinking about getting a turtle? That sounds pretty chill. Turtles are chill. I had a friend who had 2 turtles. Honestly, having a cat, having an animal or a pet is very helpful for bringing you back into the present moment. I can't tell you how many times I've been in moments of like, and Queen would come and she'd meow or she'd rub against me and bring me back into the present moment, out of the mind into the present moment. Animals are a true gift. Our pets are such gifts. You want to talk about unconditional love? You want to talk about presence? They are such great examples and a constant reminder to remain present. Be here now. Indeed. That's why they train dogs to help people, you know. They have the I don't know the name of it, but they wear it on their back. They're like emotional support dogs. They train them. They're quite expensive too, but they train them to sense within you whenever there's something triggered. Dogs can sense things like, I've seen videos of dogs sensing their owners like literally about to have a seizure. And the dog will sense it like way beforehand, maybe a couple seconds, maybe a couple minutes, but the dog will sense it beforehand, you know. So yeah, for sure. I find that if you have space for an animal, you know, definitely get one, and they really open up your heart. You learn patience, you learn just unconditional love, being here now. For sure, man. Such gifts to the world. Trenzetta, you need those reminders? Indeed. Indeed. What was the highlight of everyone's day today? If you can think of a moment, maybe there was a moment that stood out to you, something like that. What was the highlight of your day? You said you had a day of planning. What are you planning? I don't know, El Chico. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm ready to share it yet. It's going to be great. We're all going to love it. We're all going to love it. It's a secret until I share it. Everybody will know what I'm planning soon. It came up today, and it's in the works. Just say that it's in the works. What was the highlight? The highlight. If you didn't, doesn't matter. Moment to moment. You could say the whole day. It doesn't matter. I had highlights, many highlights, but I think what I would say I'm most grateful for today is the amount of time I spent outside, because, the weather here was so beautiful today. You could stay outside. You weren't sweating. Often here in Florida, you're outside for a minute and you're sweating. But today, middle of January, the weather was beautiful. The sun was out. Barely any clouds in the sky. I spent time by my tree. A lot of meditation. Breath work. Chatting it up with the neighbors. They see me. Like, what's up, neighbor? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day too. A couple high-level conversations in the sun. There we go. There we go. Sunbathing, sun gazing, grounding, chilling with the tree, chilling with the trees and the honeybees. There aren't any bees around me. There's lots of birds making themselves known today. For sure. No highlights? Well, El Chico gave me a highlight. High level conversations in the sun. Man. Honestly, when I sit back and think about that, because, that was my day too, high level conversations in the sun. What? The sun gives you life. You want to talk about regenerative energy? The sun gives right back to you. Let me tell you about our friend, the sun. Every so often, when I feel called, I'll wake up early, watch the sunrise. I'll head to the beach, watch the sunrise. And one thing I notice about the sun, it rises no matter what. It shines no matter what. It shines its brightest. And guess what? It doesn't care how many people who see it, who witness it. It'll shine whether there is 100 people at the beach watching or 10 people at the beach watching. And it rises every single day, and it does not miss. What an inspiration. There's so much I've taken from that. Shine, be you. Give and receive, that beautiful cycle. Inspired by the sun. The sun inspires me. What? Trenzetta, that's the best. Best trees are in the Pacific Northwest, redwoods. Definitely would love to visit the Pacific Northwest, Seattle, right? Portland, Oregon. I hear great things about Pacific Northwest, so it's on my places to check out. Ronan, it's snowing where you're at? Nice. So funny. I'm a Florida girl, born and raised. And I haven't really seen snow. I've seen like little, how do you say it? Little icicles, and I've seen snow like on the ground, like driving in a car. And the funny thing is that my first time ever seeing snow was last year. Before that, I had never seen snow, not in person, only in movies. I've never had a Christmas where it was snowing. My Christmases were always, pretty sunny. Maybe a little chilly, Hold on. My laptop's telling me it needs to update, and I do not want it to update while we're on live. This is to be between 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. If you set these as your active hours, Windows won't restart for updates during that time. Yeah. Bro. Can I pick the time? 1 second, y'all, because we cannot have an update interfering with Here Now live stream. Okay? Change active hours. I'm just gonna pause it for now. We'll come back to that. Alright, I'm back. Yes. It's nice, Ronan. It's snowing out there in Ireland. That's so cool. Ireland would be cool to visit. I hear it's quite beautiful out there. I've seen some videos too. Couple van lifers. I know it's snowing and not snowing, but it's pretty cold in the majority of the states right now. Unless you're like south, very south, like Florida. I'm feeling incredibly grateful to be here once again. Here Now live stream number 12. We're going strong. Here Now live stream, a space for us to come together, expand our awareness around what it means to be present, expand our awareness around who we truly are. Expand our awareness around what it looks like to invite presence into our day-to-day life, moment to moment experience. And I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to see all of y'all in the chat. Always we get some new people to be a part of the community. We've got the regulars in here. I'm loving it. Love to see your names every single Here Now live stream. Here Now live streams every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 6:45 p.m. Come join the chill vibrations. We're talking ideas, or not ideas, but we're having conversations around consciousness. Higher consciousness, tapping into our higher selves, recognizing that we are our higher selves. Affirm to yourself, I am my higher self. It takes no effort to tap in to my higher self because I am my higher self. I embody my higher self right here, right now. Here Now live streams. Here Now live streams. It's so funny. I go close to the mic. I don't need to do this. The mic catches me. It's a great mic. I invite you all to join me in breath work and meditation. Integrate ourselves in this wonderful space We may be in different places. We may have come from different places. Take this moment to integrate ourselves in the here now live stream space. We're open to receive, open to channel. We're open to realizations, to aha moments. Allowing ourselves to open up, allowing ourselves to receive, allowing ourselves to give, allowing ourselves to continuously feed that cycle of giving and receiving, and opening up ways as to what that looks like in our lives. Wherever you are, fully charged. I'm going to take out my charger really quick before we get started. Alrighty. No. I almost thought the camera turned off. I was about to be like, no. No. Alrighty. Wherever you are, get comfortable. I invite you to join me into this wondrous exercise. We will bring awareness to our body, and afterwards do a couple deep breaths. Today I was having a conversation in the sun, high vibrational conversation, and what came up was a quote by Eckhart Tolle, and it went something along the lines of, one conscious breath in and one conscious breath out is a meditation. One conscious breath in, one conscious breath out, you have stepped into the present moment. Even if it's just for a second, even if it's just for a nanosecond, you've stepped in to the present moment. You have invited presence in your life. Give awareness to that. Allow it to expand. Allow it to grow. That's what we're here for. Wherever you are, find a comfortable position. Preferably a position that is comfortable, yet allows you to remain alert and aware. You can definitely lay down. Just be aware you might fall asleep. Let's start with bringing awareness to our body. Bring awareness from your toes to your heels. Your heels to your knees. Your knees to your hips. Your hips to your chest. Your chest to your shoulders. Shoulders to your elbows. elbows to your palms. Palms to your fingertips. Bring your awareness up to your neck, to your jaw. Your jaw to your entire face. Bring awareness to your third eye and your crown. Take a moment to be aware of your full awareness of your body. Bring awareness to the groundedness of your body. Awareness is love. What you give your awareness to, you give energy to. By bringing awareness to your body, you give energy back to yourself. You allow yourself to connect with source energy. Never underestimate the power of your awareness. Bring awareness to the natural flow of your breath. Each inhale and exhale. I invite you to join me in this breathwork exercise. Take a deep breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Take a moment to bring awareness to your entire body and your breath. Notice what it's like to be here now. Feels good to just be here. To just be here. This space, such a gift, such a gift. It's such a healing experience. So grateful. Incredibly, incredibly grateful. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Speaking of gratitude, what are we all grateful for today? We all mention how our days were. What are we feeling grateful for? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. What are you grateful for? Corey Blackwood, life. I felt that. I felt that. I felt that. Life. Just Sean, me. I like that. I like that, Sean. Grateful for me. Give gratitude for yourself. What? Yes, yes. Awareness is love. When we give gratitude to ourselves, that's self-love, baby. Transetta, grateful for this space. Much love, much love. This space is grateful for you. El Chico, I'm grateful for the opportunities that are available to me. Yes, yes, yes. Making themselves known. Those opportunities, they want to come to you. They want you to be the channel that they are materialize through, that they are manifested through. You are grateful for those opportunities, and they are grateful for you. Corey Blackwood, oneness. Oneness. We are life. You are life. You don't just have a life. You are life. You don't just step into the present moment. You are. You are the present moment. Flow, oneness, harmony, connectedness. Ronan, grateful to just be. Experience the joy of being. To just be. Not to be something, not to be someone, but to just be. We invite being into our lives. Let me tell you a little something about manifestation, yo. You be a master manifester. When you sit back and you just be, when you're in harmony with the universe, when you're flowing, oneness. What? Thank you all for sharing your gratitude, man. When you share those things, it brings awareness for me. Once again, awareness is love. Awareness is power, y'all. I want to continuously remind you of the power of your awareness. Your awareness is the greatest currency. The greatest currency. And when you state gratitude, you're bringing more and more awareness to your awareness. Bringing more and more awareness to what already is. What happens and whatever occurs in your life, whatever intention you may set, it expands. Your awareness expands. Awareness is key. Right now, Natural Choice Incense. Be sure you get your plant-based incense, no toxins. I am an affiliate partner. Be sure to check the link down below. All right. Today we're using myrrh. Myrrh. You know what I learned about myrrh? It's great for your gums and your mouth, the essential oil. It's great. It's quite an expensive oil too. Experience the natural difference. Our incense is made the old-fashioned way from scratch with raw natural ingredients, which include spices, coconut charcoal, wood powders, tree saps, and aromatic oils. Let's go. I noticed these incense, a lot of them are different colors. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I love incense. Whenever I'm outside and I'm meditating, I always take one of these bad boys, stick them right in the ground next to me, and my buddy the tree. It's a vibe. It is a vibe. All right. Gratitude. Gratitude for life. Gratitude for me. Gratitude for this space. Gratitude for the opportunities that are available. Gratitude for oneness. And gratitude to just be. Cheers! Here Now live stream community. Cheers. Just taking a moment to sink into all that we're grateful for. Delving into the now. Awareness to just be. Awareness that we are far more than what we see. Awareness that we are beyond our life situation. That anything that is placed in front of us is an opportunity for the evolution of our consciousness. Each and every day, move forward as if you chose the situation you dwell in, you lived in. You chose that. You chose to be here. Because you knew you could overcome it. You knew you could get through it. You knew you could see through it. You could see through it. Life is always happening for us. Always, always. Any block, all it is redirection. Redirecting you. Redirecting you to where you're meant to go. To who you're meant to be. To just be. Cheers to that. I had to take a sip of tea for that. If you are enjoying this live stream, be sure to give it a big like. Give it a loving like. Give it a grateful like. Is that a thing? Share Here Now live stream with someone you know, who someone you may think needs it. Invite them into the space. Because now is the time more than ever that we all invite presence into our lives. If you do want to support me or this channel, this live stream, be sure to give it a like, share with someone. You can give to the super chat. Check out my bookstore. I have a list of books that inspired me throughout this awakening process. Check it out, check it out, check it out. And great, incredible books tapping into the consciousness of other enlightened beings. Much gratitude for that. Much, much gratitude. Indeed. I'm going to move on into... Yeah, we're going to move on into today's topic that I just want to share with y'all. It's like a nice mixture of what we've been talking about, you know. Conscious manifestation. Recognizing joy and fulfillment in the moment. It's a nice, beautiful mixture of knowing that you don't have to wait for joy or fulfillment to be the end goal of what you do. You can create, be here now, and feel it every day. This is what I want to share with the world. We get so distracted, man. We get programmed within our minds to hustle, hustle, hustle. Let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with a little hustle, okay? All right? I hustle. I'm a hustler. I make things happen, you know? But what happens often is you lose awareness of the moment. That vision in your mind ultimately becomes the only reality you end up wanting to live in. This moment right here, it's not enough. It ends up being in the way, interfering with that which you're looking to manifest. You might ask, Morrissey, what is conscious manifestation? What's the difference between manifestation and conscious manifestation? We're all manifestors. That's a part of this human experience. We're all manifestors. We manifest. We're manifesting every minute, every second, every moment. You manifested your way onto Here Now live stream. You may have manifested a message in the chat. You get me? Manifestation. There's this idea comes into your mental field. Boop, 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 boop. Boom. Materializes through you into this world. We're manifesting all the time. All the time. We don't even know it. So often we can be unconscious of our manifestations. When we talk about the very simplicity of the terms good or bad, we can manifest good or bad things. Right? We are all master manifestors. Ability to manipulate energy. Right? We're energy manipulators, you know? When you're conscious of what you're manifesting, that truly makes you a master manifester. Like a wizard. A master manifester. You're fully conscious of the fact that you can manipulate energy. So you can be intentional. There's an intent, a conscious intent. Often you might hear people say, I just had this idea in my head. I put one step at a time. And it just happened. I don't know how. It just happened. Unaware that they were manifesting. So many unaware that they're manifesting. But when you're conscious, you get the opportunity to be fully aware of your experience. What a treat. What a treat it is to be fully aware of the journey, be fully aware of the now. Hey, I always say the now is both the journey and the destination. But being fully aware of everything you do, what a gift. Even as I speak, fully aware of this moment, much gratitude for the words that are being channeled to me, through me, to you. Conscious manifestation. You give yourself the opportunity to be here now. The opportunity to rest in the present moment. You have that beautiful mixture of rest and action. In many cases, they don't have to be so different, right? They don't have to be different. They can be together, right? You could be on your laptop. You could be editing, sending an email, whatever it is that you do day to day, on the phone, day to day. You take one conscious breath, in, out, fully aware, right? You're fully aware. You just gave yourself energy. That was a moment of rest. No, you don't need to be chilling on a hammock. You don't need to be laying in bed. You gave yourself that moment of awareness, that opportunity to receive in the moment. Your brain not going 10,000 miles an hour, right? You give yourself that moment to be. Commitment and hustle are different. Commitment and hustle are different. Let me know, Corey. Share those differences. I've read once that everything is formless, but our interaction with everything creates form. Interesting. Our awareness to those things. Indeed. It reminds me of that experiment. I forgot the name of it. Experiment with particles, and the scientists recognized that when they gave their awareness to the particles were like, you can consciously see it, but when your awareness wasn't given to the particles, there was no particles. I think it was something like that. I'll get it straight for you guys next time. It's almost like that quote where they say, if a tree fell and there was no one there to hear it, did it make a sound? Right? It's one of those things, right? This is why I say awareness is everything. So the question is, as we have these desires, right? I talk about desire. You know, Buddha often says, hey, desire is the root of all suffering, right? And hey, look, we have desires. It happens, right? And I say, you know, with desire is a form of attachment. There's not really a practice for releasing attachment. I mean, there is, but anything direct. Because if you're trying to release attachment, that becomes a desire. Like, you desire to release attachment. You desire to no longer desire. Creates more mental activity. Instead, bring awareness to what that desire does, right? I think there's a difference with desire and having an inclination. That's what I like to call it. When I feel like I am being led by intuition, being led by my inner voice, it's an inclination, and I find myself more grounded in the present and less feeling this need for desire, right? When I think of desire, I think there's a space, there's a feeling of lack, there's a deficiency of I don't have and I need. But what's required within manifestation is the awareness of that you already have right now. And when you know you already have right now, you give awareness to that right now. And the more awareness you give to that, it grows and it grows and it grows. We might talk about ideas we'd like to see come fully to reality. And I mentioned before about opportunities, right? Thoughts, ideas, they're a separate entity, right? Something, they all would like to live. They all want to live as long as possible, be alive as long as possible. This is what happens with thoughts that float through our mental field. Even with those thoughts we consider negative, right? They want to be alive too. They're not trying to be negative. They just are what they are. And the more we feed that negative thought energy, the more it stays alive. It's like an animal comes and you're feeding it food, the animal's going to stay. Your awareness is food to that negative thought. The more awareness you give it, the more it stays, the more it continues on in that loop. Thoughts, they're entities. Ideas, they're entities. And these ideas that we'd like to manifest, they chose you. You. Out of all the people on this planet, out of all the beings on this planet, that idea chose you. You just found a partner in crime. You and that idea, you're co-creating together. That idea, it trusts you. It knows that you're the best person for the job. You are the most optimal being for the job. So there's no need to worry. There's no need to rush. Be here fully. That idea is manifesting through you. In this moment, it's manifesting through you. It doesn't have to be fully complete. It's manifesting through you. Are you looking for another form of income? Are you looking to heal a relationship with a friend or a family member? That too is an idea. That too is manifesting through you. It manifests through you through healing. It might require that you spend time in solitude, in quietude, in meditation, in contemplation. It's manifesting through you. When you know that it's manifesting through you and you're aware of that, there's no need for desire. You just follow the inclination, life force energy. You flow. It's a flow. We talk about harmony. We talk about oneness. And what you recognize is that there's not much you have to do. Right? Like I say, listen, we're not, you don't sit on the couch doing nothing, right? You're still putting in a little action. You're doing. Ideas are, what's happening when I say effortless and when I see ease, is that the ideas are here in front of you. It's up to you to receive and then put one foot in front of the other. Now you still might say, hey, I get that. In fact, I feel that. But sometimes, I feel like I want it so bad still. I want it so bad still. Often the importance we place on that which we'd like to achieve, that is exactly what... Oh, here comes the kitty. That is exactly what interferes with the process. Boo-boo. Say hello to the Here Now community. Boo-boo. All right. Queenie. OMG. Do you want to come on my lap? Come here. Better, much better. You see? Very nice. Alrighty. We're back. We're back with the Queen Kitty Cat. When you reduce the importance of anything you do, when you're calm, you're cool, you're collected, you're not drooling at the mouth at what it is you want, right? When you want something really bad, imagine it as a dog drooling after food, right? When you want something really, really bad, it's like, I have this great example of like, when there's someone you might like, and your energy is that of so much desire. You want that person so bad. Oftentimes, that is not attractive. That actually, it gives off an energy of lack. It gives off an energy of I don't have. It gives off an energy of I need. Right? And this interferes, and often that which you would like to attract, it doesn't come to you. Because the energy you're giving off is an energy of lack. Opposed to being calm, cool, and collected, knowing who you are, knowing that you are a worthy person to go on a date with, or whatever it might be. You're calm, you're cool, you're not trying that hard. It's in that moment when everyone comes to you. Anyone you want might come to you. Because it's so natural, because there's a certainty within you of who you are, of your worth, of who you know yourself to be. And that's the same thing when it comes to our day-to-day, right? We might even desire to have many come to me with questions, right, about observing the mind, observing thoughts. Yes, that's the way to live. That's for me, observing the mind, observing thoughts is the first thing I do anytime I notice, I'm aware enough to notice those patterns. And sometimes in that process, we have this expectation of who we're supposed to be when we master observing thought. And then we want it so bad, whatever that expectation is, we want it so bad to the point where we're actually not observing thought, but we're creating more mental activity. You see, this is the importance of being in a meditative state, because you're in that calm, cool, collected space. You've opened yourself up to receive. You know how to receive, and you can feel the wholeness of who you are. You can tap back into source, knowing that you're whole as you are, you're full as you are. You were born enlightened. Tap into that aspect. Enlightenment is a state of being. I wrote in my planner that my intention for the day was to put one foot in front of the other without fear or favor. Putting one foot in front of the other without fear or favor. Fear means you don't fear anything. You don't fear failure. You're not fearing a success. You're not fearing something going wrong. You're not fearing yourself making mistake. Or favor. Favor is an attachment. Favor is, I want this. This is how it should turn out. This is the road to happiness. This is how it should be. You know? It's okay to have a plan, right? We should have plans. I told y'all today, I got a plan. I got a plan for the community. I got a plan for the collective, for the whole. Create that plan. That plan is that idea working through you, making sure that it is manifested to its highest state, most optimal state, embellished with your unique expression. What? We must plan so that when it's time to actualize, and actually, not to say planning isn't actualizing, because it is, but when it's time to put in the work and actually seeing it being done, there's an ease. There's no space, there's no worry, there's no fear, because you know what's happening next, and you just step into the moment and you allow whatever is arising to arise. That's all. You allow whatever needs to arise to arise. Let's be open. Maybe you did have a plan and it didn't go the way you expected. Hey, be open to going that way or to going this way, right? Conscious manifestation, recognizing joy and fulfillment in the moment. You recognize that joy and fulfillment in the moment through your conscious awareness. Sometimes what I like to do when we talk about practical things, I like to put on a little, I think it's lo-fi or lo-fi. I always say it oddly wrong. But I put that music on. It's helpful to have that. Because often, what occurs is those thoughts that are flowing through our mental field. And all that is something that happened in the past. Right? Someone told you that, or, you overheard that, and then you attached to it and it became a part of you. Maybe it was an insecurity and you heard that and you're like, oh, now you believe it. Right? Now you believe it. But it's nice throughout the day to have those moments when you have a pet, brings you back into the present moment. You have a little music, Sometimes I like whenever involves a computer, typing something out, ideas, writing out descriptions. I might have a little tennis on the side. Something that allows this moment to be wholly and fully. You're just here in the moment. You're enjoying the moment. These are little things you could do throughout your day, right? Besides bringing your fullest awareness is, for me, that's number one. That's number one. Fullest awareness to everything you're doing. You want to talk about lengthening your concentration, especially in this world of high stimulation. All right? High stimulation. Dopamine detox. I wanted to share that with y'all today. I did that a while back. I do that often too, very naturally. I feel like I have a very healthy relationship with my phone. Notifications. There's really no notifications from any of my platforms are on my phone. The notifications that are on my phone are reminders to take one conscious breath, reminders asking myself, am I aware? As well as affirmations to affirm, positive affirmations, right? To take care of my mind, feed the mind some good. And, that's how I chose to shift my relationship with the cell phone. Dopamine detox. I remember I took a month off of all social media. And in place of that, I read a book that was about dopamine detox. And it was very helpful. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to step into the present moment and be here now. Often, if you're not used to being in meditation, being with the simplicity of the now, it's boring. It's not enough. Because the mind needs drama. Well, I would say the conditioned mind needs drama. So it's not enough. It's not enough to sit in stillness. It's not enough to just be. There needs to be things going on, So it's nice to give yourself the opportunity to just be in the moment so you can have your full concentration. You have concentration long enough to solve a problem that might arise in your life, right? So you don't jump to the conclusion, so you're not reactive. So you're not believing the first thought that comes to mind. See, when you're observing the mind, you're like, oh, there goes that thought. Oh, I'm not about to believe you. Thoughts arise in our mind and they come up as if they're urgent. Have you ever been in meditation and a thought came up and it felt like you needed to do it right then and there? Like, oh, I need to do it now. Oh, there goes an idea. I need to write it down before I forget, right? Because thoughts give out this energy of it's urgent. We must give our attention to it now. We must do something about it now. But if you have this healthy practice of recognizing that, you can be in a state of stillness no matter the thought. You don't fear the thought. You don't favor the thought. The thought is just a thought. And with your awareness, it fades. And you allow yourself to be here fully in the moment. So you can fully tap into source. So you can fully feel the joy that is here right now, right? It's not about what you do necessarily. It's about how you do it. How are you experiencing your day-to-day? It is very nice, all right, to shift up your routine. I'm not saying that you shouldn't shift your routine. If you find that, you want to have a nice rising routine, some may call it the morning. I like to say rising, okay? Sometimes I say morning, but I like to say rising. Because when I wake up, I rise. I do not mourn. I don't mourn the morning. I do not mourn the rising. I rise. Rise with the sun. My friend El Chico, we talked about the term weekdays. Use the word weekdays, weekends, like the word week. Week. They're days. I don't have a substitute for that yet, but we'll see. Language is everything. Language is everything. You shift it. So it's not always about what you do, it's about how you do it. You can attend a yoga class, but if you're not giving conscious awareness to your breath, if you're not fully feeling out the different postures, there in total awareness, there in totally present with the posture you're in, with this very awkward, it might feel awkward at first, position that your body is in. You may not fully take in that experience. You could be doing all the things that is recommended to have a healthy lifestyle. But if you're not fully aware, you're not fully present, you're only there because of the end goal, you will not feel joy and fulfillment in the moment. This is something I shared. I created a video around what observing thought has taught me. And observing thought has taught me that the reward is right now. The reward is in the moment. The reward is not in the end, the means to the end. Sure, it's there. It's in the end, but it's here too. It's here and it's there, but there is just another here. So let's just be here. Right? Shifting your awareness to the now is a reward in and of itself, because it takes you out of the limitedness of the mind. It allows you to have less attachment, no attachment. It doesn't mean that you won't follow your purpose. It doesn't mean that you won't live out your mission. It just means that the way you do it will be filled with joy. The way you do it will be fulfilling. And you can say, damn, it's good to just be here now. I shared about how ideas, they're manifesting through us. We're co-creating with it. That's our partner in crime, that idea. I went on a walk yesterday around my neighborhood. It was at night. It was pretty chill. I loved it. I liked it. And I was having this moment, these thoughts coming through my mind, those negative loop thoughts. And I was like, I've been here before. I'm going to go take a walk, because I am not diving back into that state. It's just not for me. I'm way too aware at this point. That's how I feel. Like, I'm way too aware of that thought at this point to believe it. So I'm just going to go for a walk and give myself a little pep talk. Gave myself a pep talk. And I thought about how, I'm working with these ideas. And I should be here now in this moment, and the next moment. Because no moment holds more value than the other. I've experienced, you ever experienced those moments where you reach exactly what it is you wanted to manifest and it doesn't feel any different? The energy and the energy it took to get to the point you wanted to get to is the same energy you'll feel once you reach it. The energy of the journey will mirror in the once you reach the end goal. So if you're rushing, if you're not here now, if you feel like this moment is in the way of the end goal, the end goal is not going to be fulfilling. It's going to be like, wow, this is it. This is all it is. Yeah, I got what I wanted. This is it. Or you might be really happy, but then it fades away and the cycle continues. It continues. We don't need to live like that. We don't have to. This is the way of living that has been exposed to us, right? We don't need to live that way. We can be here. We could slow it down. We can acknowledge that this moment is it right here. This moment is, yes, it's a building block, but this moment is the journey and the end. Make a little sense. Making sense. Gave myself a pep talk. And after that, I was like, yo, this is life. I looked up. I saw the stars in the sky. Some of my neighbors, they still had their Christmas lights up. Merry New Year, huh? I looked around and I said, this is life. This is life right now. Every step I took, this is life. Be here now instead of, most of the time we're living in our head. We don't really know. This is life. This is life. This is life here. This is life now. Darren, it is great to see you here again. Back once again to Hear It Now live stream. For you feel that duality. Yeah, for you feel that duality causes suffering. Such as duality of failure and success. I like that, Corey. So for me, right, when it comes to quote unquote failure or success, it has more to do with our perspective around it. It's not necessarily what arises within our life situation, but it's our perception of it. So if we come to it with a more neutral state of view, of being a neutral state, a neutral mindset, we don't take it as personal. You know, with like quote unquote failure, right? Oftentimes, failure, it might be a couple mistakes, but that had to present itself in the way it did in order for us to learn certain lessons. There's so many things that did not go through with me. And that's the exact reason I'm here right now. I was in school. I wasn't doing well because I didn't like it. I was in grad school and I'm a great student. Like, I'm not going to lie. I know a lot of us, listen, school wasn't the best growing up, okay? We had to go to school. We had to be there when we didn't want to. We had to learn things we didn't need to learn. I don't know how. I don't remember half the stuff I learned at school. But I was a good student, you know? And, but when I got in grad school, I started to wake up. Then I wasn't doing well. And I wasn't passing certain tests that needed to be passed. And so I had to fail to be here. I had to not pass those tests for me to be here. I'm living in my purpose and my mission. Here now, live stream, manifesting right here, right now, right? What causes suffering is the way we see it, right? Our fear of success, it comes from our fear of change in many ways, feeling a pressure, feeling that it would be significant, the significant difference between the way we're used to living in many aspects. Like, you know, there's a lot of pressure. That's why that comes up. I fear it. I don't know if I can handle it. I don't know if I can keep it. I fear that if I have it and I lose it, then I'll be embarrassed. Oh no. You know, all of these ideas and expectations, it causes that sense of suffering. And you know what's so funny is that the more we are in observation, the more we choose to put one foot in front of the other without fear or favor, the duality becomes one. We talk about oneness, right? What we see as two, as dual, they become one, you know? Unbarred mind. It's being able to do what matters in the moment, and even while experiencing a disturbing thought or emotion. That awareness of knowing, right? That thought or emotion, it's disturbing. Even in that, right? Even in being aware of that, that'll tap you right into a sense of contentment. Especially if you are in a meditative state often. And notice how I say meditative state. I don't necessarily say meditating, right? Because meditation, and that's a state of being, right? You can be in formal meditation, which I do 4 to 5 times a day. I make that my priority. And then what that does is that pours into what I do. So when I'm doing things, I bring my awareness to it whenever I'm aware enough. So when a disturbing thought does arise, I go, there goes that thought. I remember you, buddy boy. I'm not feeding you. It's all right, though. I see you, though. But I'm not going to feed you. I'm not going to feed you. I'll transmute you. I'll transform you. For sure. But I won't feed you. I'll go for a walk. I'll get up. I'll do a little dance. I'll look in the mirror. even the awareness of being aware that the thought is disturbing. See, often we're not even aware that we're disturbed, but we don't have our full awareness on it. And see, that's the difference. When you have your fullest awareness, that is when you sense that sense of contentment and peace, right? Because you can feel peace and contentment, right, underlie all of our experiences. So we can experience a disturbing thought, or we can experience a positive thought. Either way, what lies underneath it is peace, and is contentment. And when we're aware enough, whether it's disturbing or whether it's positive, when we're aware enough, we tap into that contentment. We step into presence. We step into life, right? So we step into a deeper dimension of ourselves, our essence of who we are. And so that allows us to be able to do what matters in the moment. That allows us to follow our inclinations, those urges that we feel, that are a part of our purpose, a part of our mission. Your purpose doesn't need to be huge. Your purpose for the day could just be to be at peace, to content with the moment. It could be simple. You don't that could be your simple purpose for the day, the simple purpose for the moment. When you heal yourself, right? You're healing the collective. Right? We are oneness. You heal yourself, you heal the collective. You're smiling, you're jolly. Somebody you don't even know will say, "Wow, I like your energy." Right there, it's a domino effect. Your energy just influenced someone else's energy, and now they're feeling good because they see you smile. They see you're content with life. They say, "Oh, this person is content. That means I can be content too. I can do it too." Right? When we see that others are at a certain level of consciousness, or they're doing something, we're like, "Hey, I could do that too." Right? I was watching this documentary of this guy. He was able to run a marathon in, like, I don't know what it was, 42 minutes. And then all of these other marathon runners saw that he was able to do that. And then guess what happened? Their mind was like, "Oh, it's possible? Okay." So then there started to be an influx of others who began to match his time and beat his time. This is why, community is so important. We become examples of each other. We open up space for each other. We hold space for each other to recognize, that we are our highest selves, to step into our highest timeline. Darren, 100%. I hear you. Yes, yes, yes. I encourage you all each and every day to make the intention, right? Recognizing who you already are. There's nothing here in this live stream that I ever tell you that you don't know. Everything here is a reminder. You know it. That's why you're here. That's why you're listening. You know it. You know it. A deeper part of you is fully aware. Each and every day, keep awareness that you are connected to source. It doesn't matter where you are. You're with your friends. You're in a grocery store. You're sitting on an airplane. You are connected to source. An emanation of consciousness. Ray of the sun. You're a ray of the sun. A wave in the ocean. And the more you bring awareness to that wherever you go, then you can recognize joy and fulfillment in the moment. You don't have to wait to the end. This moment is not interfering with your end goal. The ego is dissolving. Spirit is becoming aware, right? When the ego weeps for what it has lost, spirit rejoices for what it has found. Each and every day when you step into source, your awareness of source, the ego begins to weaken, right? These desires, competition, needs to attach to identity, attaching to our past, attaching to our pain. We aren't the stories that happened. They may have happened to us, but we aren't those stories. And when you observe the mind, you observe your patterns, the ego begins to weaken. Oftentimes it hurts, it can hurt. That sucks, like the suffering sucks, right? but we experience those things as the ego weakens. It hurts a bit, but afterwards, spirit is rejoicing, I could see, I remember who I am. Yes, I am not that painful identity, that limited identity. I am not who I think I was. I am that I am. I just am. Right? When you're in meditation, you allow yourself to step into that I am state of being. So then when you're going about the world day to day, you don't forget that you're one with source, you're one with consciousness. You don't forget that. You don't get wrapped up in the unconsciousness of the egoic mind. You remember. Therefore, you can truly live out this life being a human being, being here fully. Like I said, you don't need to escape the I. We came here to experience being a human being, to be in this form, to enjoy life in this form. That's why we wanted this experience. So live it out. But you live it out to your fullest by reminding yourself that I am. Put one foot in front of the other without fear or favor, right? Just Sean, so many gems. Unbarred mind, beautiful transmission, Morsi. I put my egoic thoughts in a timeout corner in my mind when they appear, and I let them do whatever they want to do because I know they are not me. There we go, right? Thoughts, they're not our enemies. Those negative thoughts, let me tell you, they're not your enemy either. I know it might feel that way, but like I said, the thought is just a thought. It's just a thought. The thought doesn't even know, it's not even aware of what it is doing to you. It's just there because we're feeding it, right? Let it be. Let it do its thing, right? You can replace it. Ensure that each and every day, when I say take care of your mind, right? Take care of the mind. Think about your environment. You feeding yourself positive affirmations, right? You're reminding yourself that you are safe, you're protected. Because let me remind you, you are safe, you are protected. You deserve to be loved fiercely. You deserve to be appreciated. Right? When you do that, you start to shift your perspective. You start to only allow that which feeds you with encouragement, with inspiration. And that which tears you down, it can't be in your space. Because it doesn't fit there. Right? Let them be. The thing is that when we create enemies out of these entities, like thoughts, when we create an enemy out of thought, we create an enemy out of ego, it creates more mental activity. So you're not allowing yourself to be present because it ends up being a fight. Right? A fight that's ultimately within yourself, right? And so you recognize hey, I don't need to fight with these things. In fact, I just don't need to give it my awareness because I know how powerful my awareness is. You know how powerful our awareness is? Is that social media will do anything to make sure we stay on it a long time, to make sure we're scrolling without intention. We're scrolling unaware. They want that, right? Because our attention is so valuable. But when we take our attention back, we don't consume being unaware. We might consume, right? We use it, right? I use it. But you're using it with more intent. You're using it to invite consciousness in this world to heal, to allow it to show everyone, hey, you're not separate. I just want you to remember, it might feel like you're separate, but you're not. Don't let the ego, don't let the ego influence you to get it twisted, baby. You are not separate. It may seem that way, but you're not. You're not alone. Even when you're in your darkest moments, even when you think there is no one there to help you, you are not alone. You are co-creating with the universe. You're being led, you're being guided, right? I like to remind myself, right, that in this human life, pain is inevitable. We're going to experience pain. It's a part of just being here, right? Whether it's physical pain, whether it's an inner pain, maybe, something happened, a loss, a devastating experience, we're going to feel pain. It's all right. But suffering is a choice. The ego doesn't want to hear that, right? The ego will be like, what are you talking about, Morsi? All right. You think I choose to feel this way? I mean, listen, when you sit, you're in a meditative state enough, you begin to recognize how those attachments become, how they lead into suffering. And it's not a matter of taking that personal, but it's a little bit of wisdom to help you get out of that loop, to get out of that cycle and saying, hey, I do have more control than I think. I accept the inevitability of the pain that's arising in this moment, yet I know I don't need to suffer. Right? There was a monk. The monk was crying. And someone asked the monk, why are you crying? The monk said, because I'm sad. Right? We allow our emotions to arise. We allow ourselves to release. We allow ourselves to experience the spectrum of emotions within this experience here in the world of form. And when we can do so without attachment to story, without attachment to identity, then that connection to source is evident. Peace is evident. Contentment is evident. We know we don't need to need. We don't need to need. Corey Blackwood, I've noticed thoughts happen in the same manner as a heart beating, but I feel there's something about the thoughts that is being taken personal by something. But I feel there's something about the thoughts that is being taken personal by something. That ego. I think, am I reading that correctly, right? Whenever something's getting taken personal, it just means that like an aspect of our identity is being threatened. the identity that we've attached to, it's being threatened. Sometimes we take things personally too because there's a part of us that believes it. And so those are one of those moments where we sit in awareness and we become aware of our patterns. We become aware of what arises, what visions arise. Often those visions that arise are evidence of the root of that conditioned pattern. Yeah. I often say observe thought in the same way you observe the world. Thoughts mimic so much of those things. Like I said, when you start thinking of thoughts as a separate entity, it's a game changer. It's a game changer because they're not your own, and you're more than your thoughts. You're not your thoughts. Whew. Thank you, Source. Thank you, God. I am not my thoughts. I am more, and what a relief. What a relief that I could use the mind instead of the mind using me. What a relief that I could use thought instead of thought using me. What a relief that I can use emotion instead of emotion using me. Using emotion to channel art, to channel creativity, to channel messages. Using those emotions rather than feeling as though they're using us. We're reactive. I'm so upset. We blame, right? Often we are unconsciously projecting onto others. And when I say projection, I just mean in a way that creates a sense of you're putting yourself as if you're a victim in a way. Because in many ways we are projecting onto the world, because we all see the world in a very unique way. Even here and Here Now live stream, I am sharing this to you all in my own unique way. So there's a form of the way I engage with the world that would be differently from someone else, right? So that is a form of a projection, right? So projections don't, like I said, that's not something that needs to be villainized or anything. Nothing really does. But when you notice you're projecting, it's often an aspect of something that you feel insecure about. It's getting placed on something else or someone else, right? This is a big part of the awakening process, is being honest with yourself. If you could be honest with yourself, you'll notice that healing happens quickly. You're letting go, you're shedding, it's happening quickly, you know? Yeah, man. Yeah. Peace. I invite you all to take a couple conscious deep breaths and take in that which you just received. Gratitude. See, this is what it's like, you know? You have a moment where the negative thought loops, they're just flowing. But then you take a moment, you got a couple conscious deep breaths, and then you step out, you're a whole new person. Oh, you're like, what? My life situation is not as bad as I thought it was. I'm doing good. Life is great. Life is cool. Life is cool. Yeah. There's some points that are a little difficult, but you know what? That was meant for me to experience, for the evolution of my consciousness. In fact, the difficulty was just the way my mind saw it. In fact, it's not difficult. It's easy. Let me tell you something. If you are not the funniest person you know, I don't know what to say, man. Better make yourself laugh all day, baby. Laughter breaks through the ego. I read something and it said laugh at your suffering, and I was like, ooh, yeah. Because that takes away from making it personal, the seriousness of it. If you could laugh at it, be like, yo, I was lost a little bit. I was a little lost, you know. Not in the way where you're like avoiding, you know, that does happen where you like make jokes. So you end up avoiding exactly what it is you need to fully give awareness to. But you know what I mean. In the way where you're not taking it personal, you know. Oops, you know. I like laughing. I came into this world with a great sense of humor. I think. I would say. Yes, I did. I'm going to say that with certainty. Yes, I did. I did. Oh, give myself a back stretch. Vibe check. Vibe check. How's everyone feeling? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. How's everybody feeling? In this moment, in this moment, in this moment, in this moment. One day I'm just gonna break out in like, how do you say, a freestyle rap? Just flow, flow, flow. Make that a segment, huh? Give me a word, and then I make a rap. Corey Blackwood, still. There's so much power in stillness. You've ever been in a meditative state and you were so still? You were so still that the only thing, you're so still that awareness becomes aware of itself. What do you mean by that, Morris? Exactly that. You just got to experience it. I don't know what to tell you. It happens to me so often. And subtly. It happened to me in a very extreme moment. And now it's starting to expand more and more and more and more. More I put myself in that meditative state. Stillness allows me to recognize oneness. I am not alone. I'm being led, guided. Calm, Ronan. Unbarred mind, gratitude. El Chico, sleepy. You know, the vibes here, they're relaxing, you know. El Chico, man. Get those Z's. You deserve sleep. You deserve that beauty rest. So you can dream. Dream lots of dreams. Subconscious, or you might say subconscious, but listen, we never truly fully go to sleep. We're experiencing life in the astral realm. Make sure you sleep, y'all. Make sure you sleep. We got still, we got calm, we got gratitude. For me, I feel flow. You know what's so funny is that I noticed what I'll do sometimes is like I'll write notes for Here Now live stream, but I noticed that writing notes can get in the way of my flow. So I realized like I'll write notes before and then share. There is such a beauty in flowing with the words that are coming out of you, allowing words to just come out without having to. I'm putting my charger in my laptop, without having to second guess yourself. That's when harmony occurs. You experience harmony. Sleepy, sending you blessings, sweet dreams, man. If anyone tells me sweet dreams, I take that. Thank you. I will dream sweetly. Thank you. Sweet dreams, El Chico. Hey, you guys know what time it is. You know the time. This is just a little something I do if you're new to here now live stream. I just like to pull an oracle card for fun. You know. For fun. Just to remind us, give us more inspiration on top of the inspiration we just received. Okay? What does the Here Now community need to hear today? Oh. Wow. Someone on here, maybe a few of you. It's time to take flight, baby. Daring, bravery, certainty. Take flight. Take flight. We just talked about conscious manifestation today. We talked about joy and fulfillment in the moment. When you feel joy and fulfillment in the moment, you can take flight. You can fly. You can be daring, brave, certainty, intuition. Those moments when you're like, listen, my mind said, I don't know how it's going to work out. But let me tell you, my intuition said, I got you, boo. I got you. Just take flight. Be brave. Dare. Be certain. You might be in the midst of uncertainty, but within that field of uncertainty lies infinite possibilities. Lies that exact thing that you're trying to manifest. Take flight. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Ready? Take flight. Daring, bravery, certainty. The comforting Blue Bear Fairy brings certainty to the next chapter of your fairy tale. This reassuring message signifies a courageous and promising breakthrough. The spirit of bravery is delicately embedded in the Bluebell Woods. It's time to be cheeky and daring. Be a little bold. Awaken the wild fairy within and have sassy fun. If you have been stumbling on the side of caution and ignoring messages to embrace change, know it is time to spread your wings and fly with fortitude. Breathe into your warrior spirit. Take flight and ascend to dazzling heights. The essence of the Blue Bear Fairy holds strength, commitment, and clarity. Send an unmistakable message to the universe with strong, loving intent. Embody the way of the Fae to conjure miracles in your life. If you can feel grateful, you are already successful. Appreciate the simple abundance you currently have to reclaim your optimism and vitality. Frolic amongst the bluebell flowers to feel carefree, thankful, and self-assured. Align with the triumphant vibration of victorious Valor and take flight. You may be weary, but intentional happiness comes with a valiant heart. Focus on your pathway to higher realms of consciousness and your soul's journey to achieve true fulfillment. Take action with faith and overcome the challenges, knowing it will all be worthwhile. Follow the meaningful signs in nature as you dance with the graceful and delicate blueberry flowers. Be watchful of the secret language of the Fae as you go along your merry way. Do not overthink. Simply trust your intuition and resourcefulness, and shine bright, brave heart. You are ready for this. Vibe high. You are ready. Vibe high. Of affirmation, I embrace my brave heart. How many of you needed to hear that tonight? How many of you needed to hear that it's time to take flight? That you are entering a new chapter of your life and there's no need to fear. Put one foot in front of the other without fear or favor. Take flight, be daring, be brave. Trust your intuition. You're resourceful. You have what you need. You know how to receive. In fact, you have been receiving. That's why you're here right now. Here now live streams. Right? I love these two. If you feel gratitude, you are already successful. Let me tell you. You can have manifested everything you wanted in this world, and you may not feel gratitude because there was no inner work done to appreciate that outer work. As within, so without. Just Sean, I needed to hear it. Yes. Receive. Take flight, Just Sean. Take flight. You are brave. Embrace your brave heart. Appreciate the simple abundance you currently have to reclaim your optimism and vitality. Man, didn't we talk about today, talk about that today? Here now live stream community. Didn't we talk about that simplicity? Allowing us to move, being here fully, enjoying the moment, being a master manifester, manipulating energy. We are bundles of energy. And see, when you can begin to become more aware of the mind, know that you are beyond those thoughts. In many ways, you are manipulating energy because thoughts are energy. Your mind is no longer untrained. You're training it to work for you, not against you. You know? Thank you. I want to thank the fairies. Thank you, fairies, for sending us these messages we needed to hear. Indeed. Take flight, y'all. I needed to hear that. I'm just going to say. Like I said, had some powerful conversations today, and I knew I was taking flight. That was just another affirmation. Another confirmation of that. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here tonight. Thank each and every one of you for just being. Gratitude, because all of you are a mirror of me. I am a mirror of you. Thank you for attending Here Now live stream. In fact, thank yourself for attending Here Now live stream. You stepped in a space that encouraged you, inspired you to expand your awareness, to invite presence into your life, to experience the joy of being. You gave yourself the opportunity to live a life filled with peace, contentment, satisfaction. Yet you are following out your purpose, and you're continuously following out your purpose, your mission, putting one foot in front of the other without fear or favor. Without fear or favor. Thank yourself for being here. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for your high vibrational comments, your love. I appreciate it. That helps me. That's why I love being live, because I can connect with y'all. I can do my thing, connect with y'all. If you would like to support me, support this channel, and support Here Now live stream, be sure to lovingly tap that like button. Share this with someone who needs it. Tell someone else about Here Now live stream. Tell them why they should attend Here Now live stream. check out my book list if you are interested in checking out some. I created a list of books. It's within an Amazon store. When you purchase a book, I do earn commission in that way. But these are all of the books that I have read along my spiritual awakening process, and they are quite healing. There's a large variety of them. I even got I like Avatar: The Last Airbender, and that I put those books in there because they created a 3-book series sharing about past avatars. If any of y'all like Avatar: The Last Airbender, I encourage you to check out that book. And how, you might say, how did that influence your awakening journey? It really brought me closer to the elements of earth, of nature, right? Fire, air, water, earth. How we can manipulate energy, becoming one. You know how they bend fire, they bend air, bend water, bend earth? Their energy, they're manipulating energy. They talk about being one with that. You don't bend air in the same way you bend earth. You don't bend fire in the same way you bend water. You step into the consciousness of it and boom. So yeah. So if you would like to support, be sure to like, share this, check out the bookstore, give a super chat, check out my PayPal. All of those are much appreciated. Thank you for being a part of the energy of giving and receiving. Thank you for the beautiful energy exchange. None of this is mandatory. I appreciate your energy here so much. A big part of the reason I continue coming back. So once again, I bid you all farewell for now, and I will see you. Today is Tuesday. I will see you Thursday for Here Now live stream number 13. We're going strong. And as always, I send you peace. I send you love. And I send you continued presence. Peace and love. Peace, Ronan. Much love. See you next time. It's a little laggy, I know. Peace and love, y'all. See you Thursday.